The VRpatients team is hard at work at completing the final steps as we prepare for Release 6, easily our biggest release of new features and system upgrades. You will be notified soon as to the date of Release 6. In this video, I want to give you, our customers, a sneak peek into Release 6 and share with you some of the exciting features that will be coming to the VRpatients platform. We've added over 2,800 new art assets to the system that will allow you to place moulage anywhere on the body with varying patterns and severity. Once the student has identified the problem, they can provide appropriate treatment through a variety of interventions. All of this hooked up by our one and only case logic system that allows you to dictate what a student should or shouldn't do, set critical fails, and assign a point value. Interventions new to the authoring tool will be available based on the injuries selected for the patient. We have added a variety of trauma interventions, allowing the user to select those appropriate for the patient's injuries. We have added more than 50 new patient animations. Each patient position has its own set of animations that are available to use. Patients can also present with a variety of skin complexions. In the authoring tool, we've completely overhauled the question and answer section. We've renamed the section Dialogue. We've added commands, unsolicited dialogue, and call option. Questions and answers look different but functions the same way. There are now two columns dividing the questions between those that are initially turned on and those that are initially turned off. You can move a question from one category to the other, as well as reposition a question within their category. Need to instruct your patient to perform an action? Our new command system makes it clear how to instruct your patient. With unsolicited dialogue, you can now have the patient say things unprovoked. You could connect these to a timer to kick off or to an action in your case logic. The case author can now program external resources that are available for the student or user. You decide who is available for the student to call while unseen and how the conversation will go. The medication page has a fresh new look. We've added medication concentrations, allowing the students to calculate the appropriate weight or volume of the medication to give. Units of measurement have been added to medication administration. When adding a medication to a case, the medication will come with a recommended unit of measurement. A case author can choose to add additional units of measurement from within the category. Custom effect chains were programmed for individual medications to account for the appropriate physiological response for dosages, whether too much, too little, or a dose given just right. The WebGL student or user can now view the patient from any side. The unconscious patient will no longer sit up when using the stethoscope. Users will now be able to palpate a pulse. By moving the controller over a pulse point, the users will see a strength of pulse scale as well as the pulse rate. By default, the strength of the pulse is synced to the systolic pressure. A case author can choose to unsync those and control them themselves. The case author can now open the option of starting a single IV on either side of the patient's body. We've added a case timer to the authoring tool. The duration of a case can now be adjusted to meet your needs. The minimum time of a case is 1 second. The maximum is 2 hours. The case author can identify specific vertebrae and program a painful response when the spine is palpated. We have added several new options for checks and effects in case logic, as well as organized the options within those nodes. We've added a Run button to the authoring tool to make it easier for case authors to test the functionality of their cases. The grading report now comes with a timeline. Instructors can follow the actions that the student took during the case and find the patient's condition at the time an action was taken. Thank you for viewing this video. I think you can see why we at VRpatients are so excited to be delivering these new and upgraded features later this month.